Yes, Lord. All right, top of page 4. All right. So this is an incredibly poignant part of this prayer that St. Francis wrote. Okay, and so musically, it's not that long, 24 to 38. Okay, 14, 15 measures. But there's so much that is said in this small section right here. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Okay? So the challenge here is to internalize the prayer and make it true for yourself. Okay? So we're not just singing, this is what, St. Francis said, which is great. All right? But the idea is that you internalize it and are genuinely thinking, where there is hatred, let me be someone who can so love. If there's injury, let me be someone who can bring pardon. If there's doubt, God help me to be able to bring that person faith. Where there's despair, Lord, use me to bring that person hope. Where there's darkness, let me be a light. And where there is sadness, help me to bring them joy. Okay? So, you miss all that if you just kind of look at these words, because you miss the first part of the prayer, which is make me that instrument to be the peace and the love and the pardon and the hope and the light and the joy. Okay? So, the composer does some things in this particular section that are just wonderful. There's a lot of text painting and musical painting in here. So let's just sing through this first, okay, and then we'll go back and we'll add in start looking at those expressive elements to add in here. Okay, right at the top of page 4. If you'll go ahead and start with the accompaniment up there. If you'll give us the B flat and the D. Okay, where there is hatred, top of page 4. We're just right at the very start. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair. Things there. Let me have tenors starting at where there is despair, measure 30. The tenor, the top line. Where there is despair. Here we go, all tenors right there. 1, 2. Where there is despair. Okay. Where there is despair. Okay, don't move up too early. Here we go. 1 and 2. Where there is despair. Stay down on this. Here we go. 1 and 2. Where there is despair. Where there is dark. Can you go ahead? Can you play with them there? Okay. Where there we go. 1 and 2. Where there is despair. Where there is darkness, light, where there is sound. Yeah, it's the A natural there. Just be careful of the A natural there. Okay? Basses, I want to hear you at the same place. Where there is despair. Some difficulty when we get around darkness and sadness. Yeah. All right, here we go. Where there is despair or despair. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness. you've got that G, okay, on sadness, but I need way more of the baritone up there, and as much of that G as you can get. Sadness or darkness. Okay, both of those.
I think, maybe speaking for us, that our open line was, we couldn't find anything.
Starting on the top 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was what it was.
Top of page 4, 24 for the bass. There is, there we go. 1 and 2. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. When we went through the first time.
Yeah. Just couldn't find it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, a lot of diction things here to be paying attention to. And we'll employ this all throughout the piece, but especially right here. I just want to go ahead and begin working on it. You have the word where a lot. Okay? So, phonetically, you write that as HW. It's because that little puff of air precedes. Where there is hatred, or where there is injury, where there is doubt, where there is despair, where there is darkness, where there is sadness. Okay? So it needs to be audible. I want to hear that where there it is. Okay? Another thing that is particularly important in this section here is the syllabic inflection. And a lot of times throughout this section it's marked with tenuto. So that's what the composer used to kind of indicate that. So for instance, at the top of page 4 you see, where there is hatred, hatred. Okay, and that tenuto there is to lay on the first emphasis. Hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury. And so if we don't do it that way, if we're not saying injury, we're just going to say injury. Okay? Pardon. Pardon. Okay? All right. So, let's try it again from the top of page 4, adding those things. Where, and that syllabic inflection. Okay? Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury. Okay? Here we go. Let's go ahead and do it with the account. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury. Okay, so here's the emphasis that we had on injury. We went, where there is injury. Okay, where it's just leaning on a little bit. Okay, where there is injury, injury. You need to pull back on the other two. Okay, de-emphasize jury. Okay, and lean a little bit more on in. Not so much we're not punching it. Okay, where there is injury, injury. Same thing for hatred. Okay, here we go. Same thing. Let's do you play just the voice parts. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt. Yes, we are all on an E flat on the second half of pardon. Okay, and you have that same thing there. Pardon, pardon. Okay? And if you're all not careful, you just kind of want to go down to that G instead of the E flat. Same place. 1, 2. Okay, and you're on the attitude. 1, 2. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Okay. Swell more into you've got to give more emphasis on those, and not emphasis as in punching, as in praise ye. It's not that kind of emphasis. Okay, it's just that syllable needs to be brought out more. Where there is hatred, hatred. And so that tenuto, okay, give it the full value. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Okay? Here we go. Same thing. 1, 2. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Yes, that much. Okay, and even more. Do either any of you all have a low G?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Especially today.
Especially on a normal day?
I don't.
One of you all drop down on darkness and light. Oh, sorry. Darkness through sad. Okay? I want some more on the G there. Okay?